Okay, so we're going to look at graphing linear equations. Make sure to stay on your Delta Math. Okay, so graphing a line. First thing you got to find is your slope and your y-intercept. And then from that equation, we'll put that on the coordinate plane. So the slope is that number once we're in slope-intercept form. So the slope is 3. It's also 3 over 1. And the y-intercept is positive 2. So what I do is I put each of those in a specific order on the coordinate plane. I'll start with my y-intercept. My y-intercept is at, this is the x, this is the y-axis. We start at 2. And then my slope tells me how much I'm supposed to rise over run. So that means I'm going to go up 3 and then to the right, because it's a positive 1. So I went 1, 2, 3 over 1. That's my next point. And then I can also go in the opposite direction to keep my, let's put these points down. And then we use the slope. And then we can go backwards. So I can go down 3. That's like a negative 3 over negative 1. That's still positive 3. So there's my line. Make sure you have like little arrows there because it continues. So graphing the line, find the slope and the y-intercept when it's in slope-intercept form. We're going to do one more like that. So graphing our line, start with finding our slope and our y-intercept from our equation here. My slope is in the front of the x, negative 1/3. And then my y-intercept is 5, x-axis, y-axis. So I'm going to put down my y-intercept first. So I'm at 5, 0, 5. Then the slope tells me to go either down 1 and to the right 3, or up 1 and to the left. So I'm going to go down 1. That's a negative 1 move. And then 1, 2, 3. And then the other point, and I make my line. So you'll really only need 1 on Delta Math in certain sections, and then other sections will want you to do 3 or more. So you're just using your slope to get you more points. So we're going to try one more. The slope, negative 2 over 3, the y-intercept 1. So then I'll put the y-intercept, because this is the x-axis, that's y-axis. Put it at 1, positive 1. And my slope is negative 2 over 3. It's either negative 2 over 3 like that, so down 2, 1, 2, 2, 3. Or I could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And I put my line back. There's my line. So you don't have to worry too much about how straight those are going to be because you're going to be graphing it on Delta Math. So that's the equation of my line on my coordinate plane. Now we're going to have to graph when it's not necessarily in y equals mx plus b. We're just going to have to get there. So the first step is to get to slope-intercept form. And the goal is that we get y by itself. So you see how y is almost by itself? You have to get y by itself. That's going to be important. So if I look to get y by itself, it's 4 times y. So to get rid of that, I'm going to divide by 4 everywhere. And then I'll have y equals, and I notice it's like x over 4, but it's actually just 1x over 4. So I'm going to write it as 1 over 4x and then minus 3. And now I can see what my slope is. It's 1/4. And I can see what my y-intercept is, negative 3. So I can graph it once it's in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to find negative 3. So down 3 from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. And my slope is 1/4. That means I rise 1, run 1, 2, 3, 4, and I land here. I can also go backwards, meaning going down 1, to the left 4, and there's my line. So if it's not in slope-intercept form, get it there by solving for y. This is actually standard form, and we need to still get it to y equals mx plus b. So the first thing I want to do is subtract 5x from both sides. It's minus 5x minus 6, and then I divide everything by -2. So -2 divided by -2, I finally got y by itself. -5 divided by -2, only the negatives cancel, but 5 and 2 don't have a common factor to take out. -6 divided by -2 is +3. So now I can graph it because I can tell what my y-intercept is, and I can tell what my slope is. So that's what I'm going to put on my coordinate plane. I'm going to start with the y-intercept. That like locates me on my coordinate plane. And then 5 and 2. So I can go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm off the graph. So then I can go the opposite direction. I can go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have to go to the left 2 so that I have positive slope there. So that's my line.